following gameplay is not owned by me. Please give love to the creators, which will be linked down in the description below. Alright, thank you all. Star Wars. In a galaxy far, far away, these games are very popular, and these movies are also very popular. So, Star Wars, in case you don't know, was made in 1977 by a man named George Lucas, which then proceeded to make 9 films. 3 of them, and there are 3 sagas: the prequel, the sequels, and the original trilogy. Not in that order. Anyways, these saga films are by far the most beloved in all of the world. People all over the world have related to these films. But now I'm going to be talking about basically some of the fan favorite thing of all time to Star Wars. It is the complete trilogy Lego Star Wars. Now, Lego Star Wars was an original game series started by Traveller's Tales back in 2005 when the prequels just hit movie theaters after Revenge of the Sith. So basically, if you got to Revenge of the Sith, it would spoil it for you. And then after that, in 2006, they said, all right, let's release another one with the original trilogy. They both did pretty well, except for the DS version for the original trilogy, which is considered to be one of the worst games of all time. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the much better and basically the Chad, as we like to call it, complete saga version of the DS. Now, in case you haven't played the Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, is essentially Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga is essentially both games put into one complete package. These two packages are now known as the Complete Saga. However, the big thing about this is that now you have both games immediately unlocked. After you it's now sure the graphics look a lot worse, but I mean like it's a DS. I'm not really expecting perfection. Now I must say, however, these games aren't that perfect. These games are don't still have their issues. For example, even if the gameplay is still on DS, I it is a very ugly game to look at. It is by far sometimes the pixelated things can basically it's kind of a downgrade, but hey, you're gonna go on the go. So if you're gonna play Lego Star Wars, why not play this version instead of the buggy, glitchy mess that is Lego Star Wars 2 on DS? So hey, I mean, you can always have that. It's some things are better than nothing. Also, another thing that was cut completely was the entire or the challenge stages. Now, sure, many people wouldn't miss this, as many people would think that it was kind of unnecessary. But personally, that kind of cuts a lot of content out. Instead, they just added a bunch of these touchscreen mini games to basically say, all right, the DS, we need to test out the DS's capabilities for touchscreen, which every game did. I'm not joking. Every game did this. Every game wanted to experiment with the touchscreen back then. So on the DS. Overall, Lego Star Wars on the DS, sure it does have everything. It's basically the console game on the go. However, it does and remove a few things, and it does remove a lot of fun thing people would consider fun things. It also removes some characters. Overall, it is a slight downgrade, but I mean, like, what other version do you have? I mean, you have the P version, which is just Lego Star Wars 2, and then that's it. You don't have anywhere else to go unless you can take a TV on the go or get a laptop to play Lego Star Wars. I mean, for now, but now this version's kind of irrelevant, and I mean that in one of the worst ways possible. You can now play Lego Star Wars on your phone. Of course, you're gonna have to pay $7.99 for it, but hey, I mean, Lego Star Wars on the go compared to a game that now probably costs $18, around $20, that basically now costs a lot more than the game and basically has all the stages. Overall, I feel that at the time, This game was a great deal. You could overall have a great time. This was money well spent for a lot of people. But the console game on the go, now that's a great steal. I kind of now feel as in our year 2022, this game is now one of the most irrelevant games to play. It's still a fun game. However, you could now just play it on your phone. So I mean, it's still fun, trust me. I'll give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. But hey, at least you still, it could be good, but hey, you love it.